Moments crossed my mind one last time. So I had to change things a little bit, but the reason I point that out in regards to Maeve, and actually I'm going to maybe embarrass her a little bit here, but I'm going to ask Maeve to stand up because Maeve is heading off to the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis. In terms of full disclosure, why that became a little more relevant and or important to me was last year I was a father sending my daughter to the United States Air Force Academy. And it's an interesting concept, doing that, sending a kid off like that. And so my speech that I had, which again, teachers teaching and students learning, just didn't seem to have the same ring. So I'm going to tell the story. It will be very brief. But I think it fits for all of us here, but maybe good luck. So I steal this from William McCraven. He is a Navy admiral. McCraven had been a Navy SEAL for 36 years, but it all began when he left the University of Texas for basic SEAL training in Coronado, California. Basic SEAL training is 6 months of long, torturous runs in the soft sand, midnight swims in the cold water off San Diego, obstacle courses, unending calisthenics, days without sleep, and always being cold, wet, and miserable. It is 6 months of being constantly harassed by professionally trained warriors who seek to find the weak of mind and body and eliminate them from ever becoming a Navy SEAL. But the training also seeks to find those students who can lead in an environment of constant stress, chaos, failure, and hardships. Basic SEAL training was a lifetime of challenges crammed into 6 months. So every morning in basic SEAL training, his instructors, who at the time were all Vietnam veterans, would show up in his barracks room and the first thing they would inspect was his bed. If he did it right, the corners would be square, the covers pulled tight, the pillow centered just under the headboard, and the extra blanket folded neatly at the foot of the bed. It was a simple task, mundane at best, but every morning they were required to make their beds to perfection. It seemed a little ridiculous at the time, particularly in light of the fact that they were aspiring to be real warriors. Tough, battle-hardened SEALs. But the wisdom of this simple act has proven valuable to him many times over. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. By the end of the day, that one task is completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that little things in life do matter. If you can't do the little things right, you will never do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. If you want to change the world, start off making your bed. So at this point, I would like to turn the stage over to Michael Ladder.
Okay. Fellow students of the class of 2014, as this year's valedictorian, it is my duty to share with you a very important message, and one that will be key to your ongoing success. I will start out by saying, hey, what's up, Mr. Landry? Not the valedictorian? Okay, yeah, I'll try this again. Okay, thanks, see you. Fellow students, as someone who attended most of my classes and passed all of them, please allow me to share some of what I learned. It seems like 3 years ago that we were freshmen. full of the thrill and excitement of our future as esteemed high school students? Okay, not really, but definitely thrilled to be out of the middle school, ready for the challenge of making it through Mr. Carlino's math class every day without wetting our pants out of fear. And now we are graduating seniors, so much wiser because of the fantastic education we received here at BC. But also because of the life lessons we learned while trying to survive high school. For instance, how to circumvent the school's attendance system to avoid getting a detention. Or that, for reasons unknown, the administration frowns upon peeing in the parking lot. The graduation ceremony is important for a couple reasons. The most important one being that it usually isn't socially acceptable to don medieval garb at an event that's not a Renaissance fair. And second, it's important to formally recognize the achievements of so many young men and women who worked very hard to get to the place where they are sitting right now. Bethlehem has prepared me so well for college. Dewing classrooms routinely reaching 90 degrees have conditioned me for the sweltering heat of Clemson, South Carolina next fall. It is also worth noting that our challenging academics have prepared us for a more rigorous college course load. You see, Bethlehem is the #1 school in the Capital District. Not to mention the 421st best high school in the nation. It comes down to the teachers' passion for helping their students in every way possible. Without the wonderful teachers at BC, none of us would be sitting here today. Mostly due to the fact that we would probably be attending a Gilderman High School graduation after receiving the 8th best education in the Capital District, which is just unacceptable. So what's next? For many of us it is college. Some will enter the job market right away. Others will enter the military, and some may even take a year off to find their path. It is a challenging next step, and maybe even a little scary. I, for one, am uncertain of what to major in next year, so I settled on fermentation sciences.
Trying to make liquor.
I am as unsure as any of us, but I did want to offer my humble advice as we prepare to walk across this stage. Whatever you do, have fun doing it, and don't take any of it too seriously. As Lord Byron said, always laugh when you can. It is cheap medicine. And with the price of healthcare as high as it is, I think we could all benefit from that. Thanks, Obama. Find joy and humor in the everyday, and you will never be unhappy or bored. If you try something and you don't enjoy it, look for something else. Maybe being a retail Jedi, pet food tester, or human statue is your passion and you just don't know it yet. Whatever you do, just give it your all every day and follow that passion. Now I'd like to thank the beautiful, compassionate, loving, nurturing people that make burritos at Chipotle. But seriously, my mother will push me into the spokes of an oncoming wagon if I don't thank her. So thank you, Mom and Dad. You're the best. Parents, thank you for everything. Your support has been incredible. To my classmates, be sure to thank your families as well. They got you here, and your family is the one thing in life you can always count on. I mean, besides Netflix. I also want to give a special thank you to my Twitter followers. All my successes can be attributed to your unwavering support. Classmates, I count among you friends that I will have for the rest of my life, along with people that I will probably never see again. I wish you great success and hope each of you will find your passion and road to happiness. Many have called us the finest graduating class from the greatest generation to date. Actually, not many. So our futures are bright. almost as bright as the reflection on Mr. Landry's glistening scalp.
Yeah!
Be shaved at this point. Take what has been given to you here at BC and use it to make an impact on the world. Now, it's not every day that I have the opportunity to speak to 4,000 people, and with the recent addition of selfie to the 2014 edition of the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, there's no way I'm stepping off this podium without first doing this. Students, you can explain to your grandparents what a selfie is later. And I'll be live tweeting this as the multimedia component of my speech, so keep an eye out for it. Class of 2014, it's been an absolute honor. I wish you all the best of luck on all your future endeavors. Thank you.
This time I would like to bring up Thomas Sheridan.
Please rise and remove your hats for the beginning of the seventh inning stretch. I'm sorry, I need to get that tassel out of the way. Thomas Edison was a lazy man. And it's hard to say that about someone with around 1,000 patents, but he was. The only reason that he invented the automatic telegraph was so that he could sleep all day instead of actually doing his job. We have the telephone because we were tired of throwing letters at each other, cars because walking is hard, refrigerators, fans, computers, all because people pursued their dream of being as lazy as possible. And that's a beautiful thing. So please, be cheap, be lazy, but be inventive, because that's how things get better. So if some of us, who am I kidding, most of us, have fallen into that spectacular disease called senioritis, you can sit back and enjoy the fact that our work is over. Done. Or you can see just how much you can accomplish with the very limited effort that we all have left. What can you make? The thing that everyone should have, the thing that you sit on a couch and wish for, the thing that you scrounge around for in that scrap heap of junk drawer and can never find. Because you can take what you've learned here and make the world a happier, lazier, easier place, preferably without violating any patent laws. That's something we can all be proud of. That's real genius. It's not a scientist in a lab coat with goggles. It's not manufactured by those little robot arm things, and it might be in some McDonald's hamburgers. It's irreplaceable. So say what you like about how we are slowly becoming obsolete, how our frail form should be replaced with bigger, stronger, even more intelligent machines. But ever since the first primitive scrub walked out of his cave with a stick and just started making things, our world fundamentally changed. No machine, not right now at least, has the kind of inventiveness that we have. And because of that fact, the idea that we can do anything with anything, we lazy few, we band of seniors, can influence our world in an infinite number of ways. However, unless you can invent everything that you need to survive in our wonderful modern world, someone might have the audacity to suggest that you get a job. A depressing thought, but keep this in mind. They say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I don't know about you, but I don't intend to work a day in my life, so I'd better find something I love to do pretty quickly. And while that's not difficult for most people, I have yet to see someone pay to have someone else either sleep or eat, so you may need to look a little deeper. My point here is this: there are a lot of people that are and have been alive. At least one of them loved the same things you did, and was dumb enough to think that someone might pay them for it. And now we just call them graphic designers, or architects, or maybe astronauts. I'm guessing you'd be called other, more profane things if you went into law, but that's beside the point. The truth is, there is a place for an oyster geneticist out there. If you look hard enough, you can get a job as a smiley-face technician. And all you need to do to never work again is to find it. So, wherever you end up, whatever you do, remember the wonderful truth that we can all be lazy in so many fantastic ways and still accidentally, make ourselves and everyone around us a little happier. And in the end, that's what matters. Good luck.